So we'll be able to find the part by using a tape diagram. Exercise 3. Mason and Lanny ran laps to train for the long distance running team. The ratio of the number of laps Mason ran to the number of laps Lanny ran was 2 to 3. We're going to go ahead and highlight those key details in there. We're comparing Mason to Lanny, and that was a difference of 2 to 3. So there's our ratio, 2 to 3. Since Mason's name was listed first, the 2 is represented for Mason, and the 3 is representing Lanny, 2 to 3. If Mason ran 4 miles, how far did Lanny run? So I'm going to highlight that 4 miles, and I'm trying to find how far Lanny ran. It says to draw a tape diagram to demonstrate how we found the answer. So I'm going to first start off by writing my original ratio. My original ratio was 2 to 3, but I need to label that ratio, so I'm going to put M for Mason, and I'm going to put L for Lanny, and that's going to equal that ratio of 2 to 3. So we're going to write 2 to 3. I'm now going to show that using a tape diagram. So I'm going to have my tape diagram broken up into 2 parts for Mason, and Lanny is going to be 3. It says Mason ran 4 miles. So Mason, which is the top tape diagram, is going to equal 4 miles. So I'm going to put equals 4 right there. We're trying to figure out how much Lanny ran. So Lanny is this bottom diagram. We need to figure that out using this tape diagram. So if Mason is 4, then in each of those boxes, we have to figure out what goes in each of those boxes. And if there's 2 of them, then we're going to do 4 divided by 2. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. So that means 2 goes inside each of these boxes here. If 2 goes in each of those, so 2 is going to go inside all of them. Okay, so if there's 2 in each of those, and there's a total of 3 of them, so that's 2 times 3, so that makes 6. So that equals 4 over 6. So the question was, how far did Lanny run? So the denominator is representing Lanny, so Lanny ran 6 miles. So we're going to say, utilizing the tape diagram, I found that Lanny ran 6 miles. The next question says, if Lanny ran 930 meters, that's Lanny, how far did Mason run? We're going to draw a tape diagram to solve this. So we're going to go ahead and do our M over L again. And the M is going to be our 2, and the L is going to be our 3. We have 2 to 3, that's our original ratio. We're going to draw our tape diagram again, so we're going to make 2 parts there, 2, 3 parts here. And it says Lanny ran 930 meters. Well, Lanny is being represented by the bottom diagram. So this total right here is 930 meters. 930 meters. So I need to figure out how much Mason ran. Well, if there's 3 sections right here, I need to do 930 divided by 3. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 goes into 3 1 time, and 3 goes into 0 0 times. So each of those pieces is worth 310. 310. If all of those are 310, then that means all of Mason's are also 310. And there's 2 sections with 310 in them. So that's 310 times 2, which equals 620 meters. So if I wrote this like a fraction, I would just put my line over it. But I want to kind of scoot that over. So I'm going to put 620 m for meters over 930 m for meters. What ratios can we say are equivalent to 2/3? So 2/3 is equivalent to 4/6, which is also equivalent to 620 over 930. 5, 6, 7. Josie took a long multiple choice end of the year vocabulary test. The ratio of the number of problems Josie got incorrect to the number of problems she got correct is 2 to 9. So I'm going to highlight incorrect to correct, and that's 2 to 9. 2 to 9. If Josie missed 8 questions, so 8 questions, if Josie missed 8 questions, how many did she get correct? So we're looking for how many she got correct, and this tells us how many she missed. So we're going to draw a tape diagram to illustrate how we found this. Well, let's start off by writing the original ratio. So we have incorrect, so I'm going to put I for incorrect, and I'm going to put C for correct. This is just going to be our labeling. How many did she get correct or incorrect? How many did she get incorrect? How many did she get incorrect? Well, it's that 2 right there. So we're going to put 2 right here. And then how many did she get correct? That's the 9. So we're going to put a 9 right there. So 2 to 9. We're going to draw a tape diagram of this. So we have 2 parts, 2 9 parts. And it says that she got 8 wrong. So the one that's representing incorrect is the top diagram because we have incorrect as our numerator and correct as our denominator. So she got 8 wrong. So we're going to put 8 right here. So that's going to equal 8. If that total up there equals 8, then each piece there must equal 4 because 8 divided by 2 is 4. So each piece is 4. So if each of those pieces is worth 4, then that means each of these are also worth 4 because they need to be equivalent. So if there are 9 of those 4s, that makes 36. So this ratio right here now is going to be 8 over 36. We can now answer the question. How many did Josie get correct? She got 36 correct. We're going to go ahead and use ratio language to describe this. So we're going to say, for every 8 questions, Josie missed, she got 36 questions correct. If Josie missed 20 questions, so now she missed 20 questions, how many did she get correct? Draw a tape diagram to illustrate this. So we're going to write our labels again. So we have incorrect to correct, and our original ratio was 2 to 9. We're going to make that tape diagram. So here's 2. And then we're going to have our 9. And it says she missed 20. This top diagram is the one representing missed, so this equals 20. Well, if she missed a total of 20, then how much will each of those parts have to be? Well, 20 divided by 2 is 10. So we're going to put 10 inside each of those. So 10 and 10. If there's 10 in each of those, since they have to be equivalent, then that means we have to put 10 in every single one of these. So let's put 10 in all of these here. Okay, now we can figure out how many she got correct. There are 9 tens. So 9 times 10 is 90. So she got 90 correct. So our equivalent ratio is going to be 20 over 90. But the question asked, how many did she get correct? It's 90. So using ratio language, we're going to say, for every 20 questions Josie got incorrect, she got 90 correct. What ratios are equivalent? So 2/9 is equivalent to the 8 over 36, and that's equivalent to the 20 over 90. Those are all equivalent.